Y'all, I want you to see this. Um, I've been doing something on the side of my house for a while, and I told the next door neighbor that moved into my elderly neighbor's elder widow's house after she passed away, who I caught coming into my yard without asking, and when I confronted him about it, he cussed me out. And then I felt like he might know Randy when he moved in here. I just sensed something about him, and that later that day, the next day, I saw them out here in the street talking to each other. So I told that man that I was going to build a retaining wall, a small one, by my air conditioner unit. So look at this. This is what Randy does. He borrows a bunch of money and builds a retaining wall. He's got to outdo somebody. Like, look at mine. Look at what I do. Look at mine's bigger. Mine's better. I can do this. So, this is how Randy is. He's very mentally ill and covetous and jealous and envious. When Miss Slater put in her concrete driveway and her retaining walls, and he was so jealous that he put his mailbox in the middle of the drainage ditch across the street, so the water would go out the street and hit her concrete, and it broke it into 1,000 pieces. Yeah, he did that on purpose. It's coming in our ditch too because of him. And that's what he does. See this tree right here? This tree was alive last September. I put on Facebook talking to the fire department about how you can kill trees. Well, that was about the time that I put that on there, and this man stalks my Facebook, my other social media, and he came out here and killed this tree. So he's wanting it to fall on my property. One fell just a few years ago. Well, it's been more than a few years. It's about 2014, and he did nothing. It broke her Miss Slater's wall. It fell within feet of my bedroom and caught on fire. And the man next door that was the maniac that was making meth came outside. I came out quickly without my phone, and I asked him to call 911, and he refused while that stuff was on fire. That's the kind of person that Randy likes. But many, many times Randy has done things to show he's in competition. When I first moved in with my mother from 93 to 98, he was over in the yard for something when I was still speaking to him. I don't remember what it was, but I showed him this plastic frame. It was about a 24 by 24 frame that it made little fake rock stepping stones, and I said I just haven't done it yet. I bought it to do it. He ran right out and bought one and put them in his yard. Mama used to have thrift on the wall, beautiful. Her and Miss Slater shared that. It was probably about 40, 50 of thrift. It was beautiful, feet of thrift that was beautiful, hung over the wall. The next year I came back and it was dead, and it showed up in Randy's yard. I had lantana in my yard. He bought two and put them in his yard. I mean, I bought a wind chime on the front porch. I mean, it was a Dollar Tree. He went out and bought a big one. I mean, I put a cedar tree in my backyard. He puts one in his backyard. He's mentally ill. And look, he will go to the extreme of going into debt to outdo somebody. I'm going to make a retaining wall. He's got to do bigger, better, and make it look like it was his idea. When I get mine done, it'll, like, she's copying me. No, you are so weird, Randy. You're mentally ill. And I know you're going to see this video. You are disturbed because you stalk my page where I upload these videos. You've got into my Google searches. You've got in, I believe you are behind hacking into my Wi-Fi and my security cameras. You're disturbed. You're a very mentally ill person. Copycat. you have stalked me coming out the door, going to my car, and you've lockstep me back in when I've gone back in or whatever. You've been outside 30 seconds to 4 minutes before I walk out the door, like you know when I'm walking out the door, like, because that's how mentally disturbed and what a predator you are. 30 seconds to 4 minutes before I get home, I've got videos of me coming home and you sneaking around in the dark and stepping out of the darkness on your porch. You're gonna reap what you have sown. You are covetous and jealous and envious of anybody having anything, doing anything that you've got to try to outdo. That's sad that's where you derive your self-esteem from, is trying to outdo other people. Could it be coincidental that you're doing this? Yes, but I don't believe it is. I believe you are mentally disturbed. Yeah, I've caught you down here in these woods with a device in your hands, looking in people's windows. Because the people next door have the curtains open. You look at my front door. And probably further than that, because you are voyeuristic and you commit felonies by doing it, but you're going to answer to a holy God. I caught you right here, standing right here at the corner. This man and woman, they've got several kids and they had their curtains open and their kids would play in front of the window. And he left. It was just dark and my cameras went into night vision. And you came out here and stood at the corner of this. I have video of it, looking in their windows. This is the type of person that you supported, a meth dealer who took out the whole corner of his foundation for no reason. Has a cross up here and all these holes drilled in it, and he was a wild maniac. And that's the type of person that you supported over a widow woman, a Christian woman, who doesn't date or drink or party or anything. Because in your warped mind, nobody's clean. The blood of Jesus doesn't cleanse people and turn their lives around. It does, Randy. He's the only one that could. You are a drunk and an alcoholic, and you're an obsessed weirdo. Obsessed to the point that you will borrow money from a bank to outdo somebody. You're messed up.